This is a body and breathing practice, and it'll last for about 10 minutes. This practice is usually done sitting down, so just arriving in your seated position now, whether on a meditation cushion or stool, or perhaps sitting up in a chair, just bringing attention to the way in which you're sitting. The invitation is to take up a posture that embodies your intention for this practice, an intention to be open, present, alert, awake. So bringing attention to the parts of your body that are in contact with the surface beneath you, whether that's the floor, cushion, stool or chair, really getting a sense of this body in contact with this surface, letting your weight drop down, gravity doing its job, so a sense of being held and supported by the surface beneath you. No need to hold on. Finding a sense of groundedness, maybe a centeredness or stillness in that firm base as your weight drops down and you're supported by the surface beneath you. And at one and the same time, tuning into a sense of uplift, so sitting tall, nice long back, sitting upright, not stiff. And if you're on a chair, you might like to experiment with sitting away from the back of the chair if this is right for your body, so your spine is self-supporting. And in your mind's eye, tracing the length of the back from the sacrum at the bottom all the way up, gently curving in at the lower back and out between the shoulder blades, on up to the long back of the neck, extending up to the base of the head, and then the crown of the head uppermost. Sitting tall, upright, and letting go of any residual tension in those shoulders, opening them wide, letting the shoulder blades drop down the back. And soft arms, hands gently on legs or in your lap, so there's no pulling on the shoulders. Perhaps inviting a sense of dignity or poise even. Sitting here grounded, upright, alert and awake, just open to your moment by moment experience. You might like to have the eyes gently closed or the gaze lowered. And setting an intention simply to be with what your experience as it unfolds during this practice. Bringing that attitude of kindly curiosity to whatever shows up. As best you can, letting go of judgments and commentary. Just bringing a kindly awareness and acceptance of your experience simply how it is. So bringing attention first of all to any bodily sensations. Really becoming awake and alert to your physicality. Perhaps tracking around the body a little like we do in the body scan, so saying hello in your mind's eye to feet and ankles, lower legs, knees and upper legs. Just becoming curious about what sensations are you aware of right now. What's the feeling tone in these parts of your body? Not so much thinking about it, but really experiencing sensations. How does it feel in your body? Then up from your legs to the hips and buttocks, the whole of the pelvic area. Up the torso, lower back and belly, rib cage at front and back, chest, upper back, shoulders. And perhaps noticing if your mind has wandered off elsewhere, as it certainly will do, that's just what minds do. Taking the opportunity just to notice that's a moment of wakefulness in itself, and then coming back to this body, to these sensations. So saying hello to our arms now, aware of sensations here in arms and hands. And up again to neck, head and face, really connecting with physical sensations in your own body. And perhaps noticing if there are any particular areas calling out to you, perhaps areas of discomfort, an ache or a pain. And if so, in your mind's eye, just breathing into this area, bringing a little kindness, easing and soothing. So really inviting a sense of being alive and alert to your own physical body. Aware of sensations. Present in this moment, embodied. Sitting here alert and open. And bringing attention now to the fact that you're breathing. Just noticing breath coming and breath going. In breath and out breath. Perhaps aware of where you first noticed the in-breath. Perhaps there's a coolness at the tip of the nose as the air enters the nostrils, or even brushes the upper lip. Noticing how the air's cooler on entering the nostrils, slightly warmer on leaving. Air passing down the back of the throat. And movements in the chest, the rib cage, even the abdomen. Rise and fall, ebb and flow. Perhaps a little like waves breaking on the shoreline. It's a rhythm. No need to change anything. It's your body breathing itself. It knows how to do it. Simply being in that experience of your body breathing. Not thinking about it, but actually experiencing in the detail the in-breath and the out-breath and all that's involved in that. The beginning, middle, end of the in-breath. Beginning, middle, end of the out-breath. As best you can, being fully with this body breathing. And if the mind wanders off, as it surely will, the invitation is simply to notice that, to wake up. That's a moment of mindfulness. And to bring the mind back simply to being with this breath. And this one, in this moment. And perhaps noticing how the in-breath quite naturally turns around and becomes an out-breath. Almost waiting and watching for the moment of turn that happens quite naturally. And the out-breath turns around and becomes in-breath. As we come towards the end of the practice, just expanding out around a sense of breath, coming and going to the whole body breathing. Inviting a sense of the whole body just sitting here alive and breathing. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, Just being in this moment with this breath, this body. Present to your own moment by moment experience. And extending further still to a sense of being in this place, this space, as we bring the practice to a close.